I saw something on Twitter today that kind of scared me, and it was regarding Explorers, the new level that was supposed to come out in 2.2 but was delayed to 2.21. Now, the thing that I saw was something that might actually lead us to fall into the exact same loophole that we fell in 2.2 or before 2.2 that basically led to this huge delay of the update. And there are a lot of other things that I want to talk about in this video. It's not about why Explorers might actually be delayed even more, but also if that's even a good idea to delay Explorers even more. So this is the tweet that I saw. It's a beautiful animation by Switch, and when you look at this, you're like, okay, that's pretty cool, and that's it. But when I looked at it, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be terrible. We're gonna fall into the exact same loophole as the one that we had in 2.1. I mean, the animation looks absolutely brilliant, and that is the problem. And you may not understand why, and I'm gonna explain it in a bit, but let's actually move on to what RobTop said about Explorers about like a month ago or so. He said that Explorers it's very far away, so do not expect it soon, and Explorers is probably not gonna be in 2.21. So with that being said, we know that Explorers is firstly not gonna be in 2.21, and we also know that he has not worked too much on it because he's busy right now with getting the apps on Google Play updated so we can have 2.2 dailies. He's like busy with making new gauntlets and also publishing 2.2 on Amazon, you know, contacting a lot of artists for music and stuff like that. So the things that were delayed from 2.2 are, I don't think he's working on them right now. He's right now just focusing on the things that were supposed to happen right after 2.2's release, which is totally understandable. With that being said, let me just quickly show you the sneak peek of Explorers. So this is a sneak peek that came out like in 2022 in September, and people got really mad because they said this level is not polished, it's not looking that very good, even though I think the visuals look pretty good, but they said the gameplay is absolutely terrible, it's not readable. You know, we might have like another like scenario of the spider part in 2.2, and we can see a small little fraction of the boss fight, which looks like this. So why is this a big problem? You might already understand, but if you don't, I'm just going to be explaining it real quick. Look at the differences between this and this. You see how this looks so flippin' raw, and this one looks absolutely insanely good. This looks so juicy, and this one is just like a bunch of blocks placed. This can probably be done in like, with the warping system, probably like under 100 objects. So it's pretty raw, and when RobTop sees something like this, he knows that the expectations for the level Explorers is gonna be skyrocketing now with 2.2 being released, because if you remember in 2019 this was the main reason why 2.2 got delayed. It was because RobTop said it himself. He said that he was adding stuff and then the expectations get higher, and so he adds more stuff so that the expectations are kind of balanced. But now we have all of the 2.2 features and we have a 2.2 main level that is not released. So this is something that we should have probably accounted for, and it is that we are gonna recreate Explorers ourselves, and it's gonna look 100 times better than the one that we saw in here, which is gonna lead us to this huge and very terrible loophole where RobTop is just gonna try his best to keep up with the standards of the levels that we build in 2.2 with all the features, and he's gonna have to keep changing things in Explorers just so that it can fit today's standards of the community's user levels. And this is a big problem because Explorers, RobTop said that this level was entirely made in 2.2, so that means that the features that we have right now in the game can be used to make Explorers. You have all the tools I had when making Explorers, so if you can't wait, build it. And so this is gonna become like a much bigger problem because RobTop is gonna have to stick to this is a big problem. I'm gonna tell you why, because RobTop has to stick to the features that are in 2.2 only and then make a main level on those. And this is a major problem because the reason why main levels are so good because they are the first levels that are made in that specific update. So for example, Dash is absolutely brilliant because it was the very first first level that was made in update 2.2. It was like the first level to use the arrow trigger, the first level that we see that, you know, uses all of these crazy 2.2 features, so we all really loved that level. But now RobTop is kind of in a race against the level creators of Geometry Dash, where they're trying to possibly make a remake of this level, which is gonna look really brilliant, only using the 2.2 features. This is very important. And then RobTop is gonna have to basically keep up with that, with these standards, which is going to be a big problem, because this is the main reason why 2.2 got delayed. And seeing that RobTop has said that Explorers is probably not going to be in 2.2, rather not in 2.21, but rather maybe like 2.3 or something like that. I don't really know. But if it is in 2.3, then RobTop is going to have the ability to use features that we don't have, which is going to give him a massive advantage, let's put it that way, to make a very cool looking level. And you can see here, I'm just going to show you this one because it looks very cool also. You can see that it's going to like here, you can see that it's like a soul blade comes around. This is really good, and RobTop would basically have to keep improving the level over and over again until he meets the standards of the community, which is very scary, because that's the exact reason why 2.2 got delayed. But with that being said, is that a good decision or not, that Explorers is getting delayed to 2.3, or that RobTop is kind of like racing with the community, you can say? Well, the first thing is, Explorers being delayed, in my personal opinion, is a very good idea. I've talked about this, I think, like a month ago or so, but let me just quickly recap what I said in that video. And it's that basically if you go on Dash and firstly mute the Twitch chat, because it's an absolute chaos, and you can see that the level looks really polished. It looks absolutely like a finished level in here. All of the effects, every animation used pretty much perfectly. However, right when you go to this part, things kind of fall off and the level becomes really empty. And this is because RobTop rushed this level because he had to meet the deadline of October, which he also did not meet. So, big problem with Dash was that it was delayed so many times and it was like rushed just to meet a certain deadline. And I don't want Explorers to have the same situation where it's getting rushed and at the end we have a terrible looking main level, because remember this, main levels cannot be changed, and I've got people asking me why they can't be changed. Well, the reason why is because people already record videos of these levels and upload them to YouTube. So for example, let's just for example say that 2.2 came out and someone uploaded a video of Dash, like a lot of people uploaded, you know, completion of Dash, and then RobTop decided to change the level because he said that the ending part is very empty. Like, I mean, completely change certain parts, add a lot more detail and stuff like that. So the reason why this is bad is because people might look up Dash on YouTube and then they're gonna see the older version, and there can't be two different versions of a main level. I mean, certain details, like small details, for example, like the missing spike in electrodynamics, if this was added again, this is absolutely no problem. But I'm talking about like major changes, like changing a whole part, or, you know, changing the parts of a gameplay, or like the decorations also. So that's the reason why main levels cannot be changed, and that is also the reason why I don't want Explorers to be released in an unfinished state, because by that point we're gonna wish that it is gonna get changed, which is not going to. So with that being said, I do not want RobTop to rush this level in any way. If he says let's just delay it to 2.22, which would be a very cool update in my opinion, 2.22 for Explorers. I know you guys are waiting for the chest, but I'm just gonna wait a little bit. I think that's a much better decision rather than to rush the level and put it in 2.21 or delay it to 2.3. That would also be not that very cool, because we have been waiting for this level for like I think since like 2017 or 2019. I'm not quite sure honestly, but yeah, we don't want this level to be delayed too much, but I think a small delay would be absolutely no problem because of the consequences that comes with a rushed main level. So let's just do a quick summary on what the heck happened in this video. So right now we have 2.2, we have all of the features that are required to make Explorers. So we are now racing against RobTop as a community to make a beautiful looking main level, and RobTop is not going to be able to keep up with the standards of those main level, of those like user level creators. So that is going to be a big problem. And here we can see that RobTop is saying that people are making way too many good levels. There we go. This is the most important message probably for the whole video. The one problem, this was like in 2019. I'm gonna tell you why this is important even though it was in 2019. The one problem I have with this community is you build 2 good levels. Now I have to put effort into mine. This was said in 2019 because people were like asking RobTop, where's Explorers? Like we didn't know that Dash existed. We were saying like, where's the main level? Show us a sneak peek. And he was basically only working on Dash, and he had to match the standards of that level with the standards of the current levels of the community, so that people don't get disappointed by why is the level worse than what the community can create, which is totally understandable. But in the case of Explorers, this is going to be a big problem because we already have all of the tools that also RobTop has, unlike Dash, where it was the first main level to be released with all of those features. So now we are in a race with RobTop, which might lead to Explorers being delayed, which I do not have any problem with. However, I would love to hear what you guys think about this, because I think this is a very important topic to talk about now before any actions are being taken. And I wish I knew this earlier, and I wish I predicted this before 2.2 came out, after RobTop said that Explorers is going to be delayed. But yeah, here we are. Thank God I've thought about this, and now we can like find a good solution to solve this issue. And yeah, I would love to hear what you guys think about this in the comment section, or you can join my Discord server, which is pretty cool. People are talking there. Actually, let's just join them and see what they're gonna say. They are in here. Okay, I'm out of here. Okay, join my Discord server right now, gamers, and I will see you guys in the next